welcome on back to Baseless Claims, our casual conversational comedy podcast. My name is Tay.
My name is Tory, Survivor Boy Thompson.
I am Tyler, Big Money Man Matheson. Now, Tory, I see you've adapted the Survivor Boy moniker. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, please tell us about your Survivor story.
I'd love to. So, if you follow me on Twitter at Lurking Lion, you'll know that last week I was hit by a car, and I survived, and I made it. And now I'm here to tell everyone about how my life has been changed ever since my near-death experience.
Did you see Jesus?
I saw him, I shook his hand, and he was like, yo, shit's not that tight up here. And then that's when my soul went back to my body, and I did walk out of that car miraculously. I guess it is through the power of Christ, but honestly, I think it's just because I'm so fucking shredded.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've been telling all of you for like the last year that if you keep it at 175, literally no harm will come to you. Like if you weigh 175, God can't even touch you at that.
Yeah. And that's what, thank God because of my extreme workout routine, I had just hit 175 before the bad man hit his car into me very hard.
You using P90X?
I did P100X, yes.
Oh,
and it did bulk me up quite a bit. Yes, yeah. I'm looking really good. I'm looking toned. I'm looking sharp. I'm looking sexy. But it did protect me also from the very bad man who did hit me with his big car.
Now, Tory, I have to ask, this big bad man who hit you with his car, did you deserve to get hit? Were you swerving in and out of traffic? Were you being a total asshole? Were you flipping people off?
Well, here's the thing. Did I deserve it in that moment? Was it something I had done recently? No. Things in my life? Maybe. Premarital sex? Loads. Because of my hot body that I had just gotten. I had lots of premarital sex. Was it because of that one time I farted in church? Most likely. But also, I think he was bad.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting that you met Jesus and he was all buddy with you, but he knows you have premarital sex.
He handed me a Coors Light, and I know what you're gonna ask next. Yes, the mountains were blue on the can. It was ice cold.
Heaven keeps it chill in both ways. Like they keep the mountains blue, and they keep it like pretty lax up there.
Yeah,
which is surprising.
He did offer me a White Claw, and I asked him, and just kind of as a joke, because it was like, haha, I asked him if he had Truly, and he did slap me, so we know Heaven's chill as fuck.
We know Heaven does not fuck with Truly at all. Jesus hates that shit.
Did you drop the ain't no laws when we were drinking claws? Did you drop that on him?
I had to make I did make the joke, yeah.
What was his reaction?
He did laugh. He liked it.
Oh, good.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Had he seen that video?
Yeah, he liked it a lot. He was pretty down with it.
So he can fucking hang.
Yeah, Jesus can fucking hang.
Another question I have about Heaven, since you've seen it.
Yeah.
What's the weed 420 situation up there?
Oh, they got the good strains. They got they got Moist Gorilla up there.
Do they have Sleepy Time Junction?
They had Sleepy Time Junction Purple edition. It's kind of a pre-order bonus for that particular strain. Yeah.
Is it the purple version or the like translucent Game Boy purple edition?
Yeah. It was like purple, but it was like kind of like the PS1 controller version of that particular weed strain. Yeah.
Holy shit, Heaven's lit.
Yeah. Dude,
they did have Motor Oil Bonanza up there. Everyone was getting high on that good green stuff. They loved it up there.
Did they have Banana Bash Blueberry Bimbos?
Yeah, that was a new one they had just gotten in. I didn't hit it, but I did take a big whiff of it, and boy, did that hit me so right.
Nice, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did they have super swanky, stupid, sexy, I always forget the last word.
Serotonin.
Yeah, serotonin. Super sexy, stupid, swanky serotonin.
Look, I'll be honest with you guys right now, just so we can get out of this whole rat race. It's just like they had all the good shit you want up there. So there's not a whole lot to wonder about. If you're wondering if they had a nug of that sweet strain you're looking for, that is just gonna hit you right, then yeah, they do. But it doesn't hit me as right as the fucking guy who fucking hit me, literally with his car. That hit me very good, enough that my car went bye-bye, and that also went to heaven, a different heaven, I imagine.
Car heaven.
Yeah.
They got all the good motor oils in that heaven.
So here's the thing. This guy, his excuse for hitting me was I was trying to change lanes.
He did a very bad job.
Yeah, he did an extremely bad job. He didn't just change lanes, he changed your tire's direction from straight to perpendicular.
Yeah, he buried it deep in the bowels of my very, very cool 2010 Chevy Cobalt.
Just fucking gnat in there, dude.
Yeah, he got it so wrong, and I don't understand how when you're driving a vehicle. Here's the thing: he didn't just hit me; he hit me, spun me 180 degrees. I was flipped around, threw me into a ditch, and then he hit the person ahead of me also.
Damn.
Hard enough that all three cars were undrivable. I don't know how you change lanes that bad.
Undrivable?
All three were undrivable.
Combo move.
Right? Yeah, like that boy was going for the fatality.
Jesus,
and
that's
boy
horrifying.
did he get it. Yeah, the airbags on the car ahead of me went off. He hit him.
Did you win the race though?
I did win the race. I did get out on foot and proceed to run very fast. At the last second, I did have to Naruto run to give me an extra speed boost, but I beat him.
What do you mean at the last second? You should have just been Naruto running from the start.
Well,
That's
that
true.
wins you. Like you can't do that. It takes so much out of you.
You can't use all of your chakra at once.
I forgot to do it because I had a concussion.
Yeah, Tory was very big dumb after this very bad man hit him with his car. Tory, I hear the word, like I've been hearing some chit chat on the street, like even where I live, like we live like 5-6 miles away from each other, and I've been hearing from chit chat on my block that you got yourself a very sexy new ride.
I did get myself a very sexy new ride.
I have not heard about this.
I had to find all of the good features that I want in a car. Comically sized mirrors. I wanted to have the eyelashes on the front. You one of those wreaths that people put now that it's Christmas time on the front of the car. And OnStar. Is OnStar still a thing on cars?
Oh my God, I don't even know. That's a good question.
I got new OnStar.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Get yourself a Lincoln.
I did. I got myself a Lincoln. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So
indeed.
You gonna hide some bodies in that trunk?
I don't know.
I do want to say that if you do buy a Lincoln, it comes with a very interesting version of OnStar. Okay, so you got a 2019, right? A 2019 Lincoln?
2020, I did, baby.
Okay, so all of the new models of Lincoln, instead of having an OnStar button that calls like an emergency service, if you hit the button, it actually dials Matthew McConaughey. So you can speak directly with McConaughey if you push that button.
Does it call him, or does the automated voice sound like Matthew McConaughey?
No, it genuinely, like you push the button and he's like, "Hey, how's it going? You like your new Lincoln?" And then you think it's automated at first, but then what happens is that then he's like, "What's your name?" Tory. Hey, Tory, I'm just watching the Texas A&M game right now. We're getting slaughtered, but I'm having a good time. You know me. I love my football. So what are you doing this Saturday? He like asks you how your day is and shit. Like it's really Matthew McConaughey, and he's so fucking polite.
And it syncs up. It syncs up with your Google Calendar, so it'd be like, "Oh, I see you got that community meeting tonight. Good on you."
He can see all of your personal information.
Part of the Better Business Bureau. I respect that.
You know what's funny about your last 4 of your social? It's the same code on my luggage. Imagine that.
Just starts to draw. He's so desperate for friendship. He's drawing lines that don't exist. He's like, oh, you're a fan of the Minnesota Twins? Well, I like the Cleveland Browns. Just fucking
hold on. No, but what'd be better about this situation is that, yes, if Matthew McConaughey is desperate for friends, but then instead of that, he starts asking you to hang out with him. You know, like how people who just kind of like really want something to do. Matthew McConaughey is just like, so I'm having some people over on Saturday. We're going to do a barbecue, toss the football around. What do you say? You want to come?
And I see the only thing you have going on Saturday is a vet meeting at 10 a.m. That'll give you enough time to fly
I'm
on
actually,
down
you
here.
know, way more stacked than that. I just don't really put all the stuff. You know, I got some housework to do. I just didn't put it on my calendar.
If you're responding to me, I can't hear you. There's no two-way situation. This is all pre-recorded. I'm just saying, you know.
I like it better if he can hear and he starts getting really attached, like you said. Like, yeah, he's looking at your calendar and he's like, well, I can see you're not doing anything Saturday. What, you don't want to hang out with me?
Oh God! Like, look, I'm sorry, Matt. I actually just had a friend text me, and we're actually gonna go see the movies. I'm very excited to see Knives Out. I love Daniel Craig, so I'm not gonna be able to make it to your party. I'm sorry.
Funny, the last notification you got was at 9 a.m. this morning. Your mom reminded you to take your butt cream. You have had no text since then.
He has fucking access to all your
I have a second
messaging.
phone.
No, you don't. It would have connected to the Wi-Fi, and I would have seen it. What's really going on here, Tyler?
He's like, no, it's okay. I get it. You don't want to hang out. Maybe another time.
Look,
and then you don't push the OnStar button for like a week or like 2 weeks or something. But then what happens is you find out one day when you're driving, his voice just comes through. He can dial you, and he's like, "Hey, Tory."
He's audibly drunk, and he's just like, "How you doing? I'm really lonely right now."
Was a friend.
No, he's just like, "You haven't." He's really chill about it at first. He's like, "You haven't called me in a while. I was starting to worry. Is there? Are you busy? You just too much going on to call your old friend Matthew? Is that it?"
Matt, I'm not like. I know I've had a lot of fun talking to you on this OnStar, but I don't really know much about you, man. Like I don't know if we're really friends. I
was in Interstellar. You see that? You like that movie?
I liked that one, but that's really the only movie I've seen.
You saw True Detective, right?
I haven't gotten. I'm Matt. I'm sorry, I haven't gotten.
You have HBO. You have HBO.
I don't have HBO.
Here, I'll give you my HBO. You watch True Detective
Jesus,
season
Matt.
1. Okay.
Oh, Matt. Oh,
Look,
Jesus.
Look,
Matt,
I'm saying
right now.
All I'm saying is we're having a little shindig at my place on Saturday. You don't have to be there the whole time. You can just come hang out for a couple of hours. That's all I ask. I'll fly you down here the next flight on Friday evening. Get you a hotel so you don't have to stay here. And all I ask is for a little bit of your company. Is that so much to ask?
Look, Matt, I'm sorry, but it's my girlfriend's
What, you don't
want
to see me?
Oh, God, Matt.
You don't want to see me? Is that it?
You have an alarm to clean your cat shit.
Oh, Jesus. Matt, I'm sorry. Look, man, I can't just hang out with you all the time, okay? I don't know anything about you. But why are you talking to me through my car? This seems extremely unsafe. Can you please call the police? I was just in an accident.
Well, all I'm saying is you could take the time to get to know me if you came over on Saturday for my barbecue.
Did you get into an accident with a white pickup truck with the license plate 612 HBC?
Did you get into an accident with a white Bronco?
I may have tipped off a buddy about your current behavior.
I'm sorry. I was feeling pretty upset at you.
No, it's like after you say no to like Matthew McConaughey's like final offer to go to his house, he's like, well, I'm sorry it had to come to this. And then your doors lock, and then you're like, I can't hit the brakes. I can't hit the brakes. Matthew!
Your steering wheel becomes like flaccid and it doesn't turn the car.
He cuts your brake. He can control the Lincoln. And before you fucking die, no, not even before you die, before Matthew McConaughey fucking kills you, you just hear, didn't have to be like this, but thanks for buying a Lincoln. And then you fucking die.
Fuck.
I like the visual of like the moment before you slam into the concrete wall. He's just like, Reminder to call mom.
Fuck. Hey, Lincoln. Car company. Can we get on this Matthew McConaughey shit right now?
Can we get this? Can we make this a fucking feature? Like, this should come standard in all Lincolns.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure if you can afford to do a commercial where he falls backwards into a big swimming pool, you can probably pay to get his voice analyzed to recreate it for the OnStar, which I...
But then are you really talking to Matthew McConaughey, or are you talking to an AI that sounds like Matthew McConaughey?
When you get down to it, what's the
No,
difference?
we just decided that Matthew McConaughey isn't really up to much, so he wants to actually get all those phone calls.
And it does call his personal phone. Yeah, so...
Yeah, it's a cell.
I haven't had a roll in a while. Kind of bored. Where are you going? Liquor store? Didn't you go on Monday?
Just starts judging you. You're getting McDonald's again, huh? That's going to raise your cholesterol.
Better be careful. Wouldn't want anything bad happening to you.
You get into the car to like hang out with your friends, and you're on your way to the bar that they're hanging out, and he's just like, oh, well, I see that liquor lasted you a real long time today. All 6 hours before you went out to the bar.
He sees that you're going to like, I don't know, let's just say a Chili's to meet some buddies after work. And he's like, not going to give me an invitation, huh?
I like Chili's. Everyone likes Chili's. Matthew, you live in Los Angeles. I live in Indiana. I can't fucking invite you. I'll fly. It's no big deal to me.
I don't got a lot going on these days ever since Interstellar.
Oh, I see you're on your way to Chili's on Saturday.
He's like, hey, I see your schedule's free. Do you want to come over and watch Mud with me this Saturday? Like, Matt, why do you want to sit and watch your own movies? That's so weird.
I like to masturbate to them.
I think it's a good movie.
Yeah, he genuinely just likes all the movies. That's why he's in all of them, is because he likes them. He's just like, I don't know. I like them. They're good movies. I don't do bad movies. You ever see How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days? No, that's a good movie.
You're like, Matt, I don't want to watch Mud. I'm sorry, I just don't want to watch Mud. You want to watch Ghosts of Girlfriends Past?
Oh, no. You know what would be really good is that you don't hear from him for a little while, and then you go through like a bad breakup or something, and then like while you're driving one day, you just get that call come through, and he's like, hey, so I know what's going on. Must be pretty rough. But you know what? If you pick yourself up, you can really get through anything. You don't need anyone else. It's all in here, man. It's all up to you.
I saw your subtweet about your ex being a bitch, and if you need
Fuck
a place
her.
to stay, if you need a place to stay, buddy, come on over to Los Angeles and I'll hook you up.
No,
Hey.
you just the OnStar beep goes off, and you just hear very quietly and very nicely, you just hear him say, I know what it's like to be lonely.
Holy shit. That's why I want you to come over, Tory.
Oh my God.
That would be so... And he actually gives like a really inspiring and heartwarming speech. But then at the end, you realize it's a little bit creepy because Matthew McConaughey can just farm all of your data.
Yeah, he does give a very heartwarming speech as though he's a fucking coach from Friday Night Lights or some shit. But it's also like, hey, Matt, can you not read my email, please? That would be awesome. He's like, yeah, but Amazon delivery.
It just shipped. You're going to want to return that gift you bought for her.
But if you want to talk about it, just give me a ring.
Order number 6754OCH0562 has shipped. Well,
And then you
let's
just hear him
see-
go, oh shit, is that a dildo?
You're experimenting, brave man.
You're a dirty boy.
I don't want Matthew McConaughey to have phone sex with me whenever I drive. Okay?
Wait. What if he angrily calls you? What if we're coming at this from the wrong angle? And instead of being like, oh, I'm going to keep trying to be there, one day he's just like, why haven't you called me? And he's aggressive about it. And then that's when he fucking shows up and does kill you.
No, he doesn't need to do it. As we discussed, he can just lock your car and cut your brakes.
That's true. That's true.
So he can get pissed and then just fucking murder you.
Then he can wipe the history of the car's computer as if nothing ever happened.
Fuck. Just clears the VIN on it. Damn. There's a lot of good reasons why I bought the 2020 Lincoln. Safety features and mostly Matthew McConaughey and his friendship, and also maybe he's gonna murder me. So
that's always a good thing to look out. That's something you want in a car. Like Kelly Blue Book doesn't really talk about it, but it is something you want to look out for in your car. Like, can it kill me? If so, I want that car.
Yeah. So that's the story of the man who did hit me and wreck me very much, and he did hurt my body.
In 100% seriousness, I'm so fucking glad you're okay. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking scary.
I saw that picture and I was fucking horrified.
Yeah.
Oh, why is everyone paying attention to Tory? Pay attention to me.
If that's not exactly a character, like, description of you to a T, that's it. That's it right there. That's Tyler's character. Everyone.
Oh, I got in an accident. Ooh. Whatever. Get over it, you fucking baby. Do you know how much money I could have made off of views if you died? A ton.
That's true. You could have made one of those like Tory Thompson 1996 through 2019. And
I could have gotten the bumper sticker, Tory. The bumper sticker that says R.I.P. Tory and then the dates.
And then we could have erected one of those like little wooden crosses like on the side of the highway.
God, that would have been dope. You could have put little ribbons and flowers on it. Shit, why didn't I fucking die?
You should have. I could have gotten a motocross bike as part of the bumper sticker, so it looks like you went out in a horrible accident on a motocross bike.
God, that would have been so fucking rad.
Yeah, dude.
It would have been rad. You would have been like fucking like, nah, Bam Margera's not dead. Is Bam Margera dead?
The fact that you had to ask if Bam Margera was dead proves that, for all intents and purposes, he is dead.
He is dead. Okay, you know what? Baseless claim, Bam Margera is dead.
Like, here's the thing. Like, he's the Wheel of Fortune guy, Alex Trebek, right? He got cancer. Everyone knows he's still kicking, though.
Not Wheel of Fortune.
Not Wheel of Fortune.
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy. The Jeopardy gentleman, game show guy. Everyone knows he's still kicking because people care about him. Right? No one gives a shit about Bam Margera. They're like, oh yeah, one time he did a bunch of dumb shit with some friends, and then he made his dad upset.
That's the secret to surviving cancer is if people give a shit about you.
Well, yeah, that's why everyone makes those Facebook posts like 1 like equals 1 prayer. The more people give a shit about you, the better chance you have of living. Yeah, that's just basic economics, dipshit.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, if people aren't praying for you, you won't make it through. So make sure if you do get cancer, you have to post it on social media first and foremost.
Just take a selfie with your doctor in the room, just got diagnosed, LOL.
Just got diagnosed, new shoes. But yeah, I mean, like that's look, that's why I put it on Twitter, because I wanted people to pray for me, and that's how I survived my big scary crash.
Whatever, get over it. Now let's talk about Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah,
that happened last week.
That just happened.
That's a thing that happened.
Hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving, by the way.
I don't give a shit how everyone's Thanksgiving was. It's a horrible goddamn day.
No, it's not.
You do get a lot of good food, though.
Yes.
You can get a lot of good food. But how was everyone's Thanksgiving? Does anyone have any fun moments that happened during your dinner?
I've got a couple.
My dad didn't come back.
So
that's not fun. That's standard.
Yeah. That's just an average Thanksgiving for you, T.
I just thought I'd update everybody. But
that's okay.
He didn't come back. But.
# Tory's Dad Watch 2019.
Okay. Please actually watch out for him. Okay. Go on.
He's a dangerous criminal. So I was at my grandma's house and we were watching the rerun of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
That's the saddest sentence I've ever heard anyone say in their life.
You're watching a rerun of it? Well, what year? 85? Was that the best one?
I didn't even ask what year. That's the question we all want to know.
What season did you go with for the Macy's Day Parade?
Look, it was just what was on TV while the turkey was cooking, okay? My family is not the most exciting of bunch of people.
Yeah,
so anyway,
clearly.
As we were watching this, we were talking about just how commercialized, the holidays have become or whatever, right? And it gets to the end of the parade with Santa, and he's on a Chevy, and they're like very proudly, showing that he's on like a Chevy truck and that's pulling his sleigh or whatever. And he's waving, and I started chuckling, and my dad like kind of bought into the bit, and he's just like, "Go buy things, ho ho ho!" And then I went, "Ho ho, happy Honda days, everybody!" And I just love the idea of fucking Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade Santa on live television to hundreds and thousands of people promoting Honda as a business on the top of a Chevy truck.
Welcome back to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade that we love every year. The year when we gather with our family on this great day. We eat good food. And you know what I'm most thankful for? My Quip toothbrush. You see, with Quip, you can get 25% off your first order if you go to getquip.com/Thanksgiving. But
you know what's definitely valuable to have with your family every single year? A beautiful handmade artisan website that you can get at squarespace.com. Now, Squarespace is going to have lots of templates for you to use. I just love the idea of corporate Thanksgiving has gone so far that all of our food is then branded. Like we have to have, put your turkey in the Ford oven and bake it for 35 hours, and you're going to get the most powerful turkey in the neighborhood.
On your turkey is just a branded fucking Fisher-Price logo.
Yeah, well, I mean, the fact that they had like a Chevy pulling Santa almost seems sacrilegious because everyone knows that's Rudolph's shit. Like, you can't just replace Rudolph, which is even sadder, I'd like to talk about, because that just shows that automation is taking good jobs away from hard-working Americans.
That's what I've always been
Rudolph was replaced with a fucking Chevy, okay? Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to have that shit on my holidays.
Mm-hmm. No.
Not on my holiday.
Everyone knows this. It is just one of those facts that everybody knows to be true, and it's that Rudolph's big, powerful body does pull his big sled through the air.
And it's better than a Chevy. He is more powerful than a Chevy. A Lincoln, disputable. A Chevy, easy.
Yeah. Now, but a Lincoln's up for debate there if Santa gets lonely up in the air.
Yeah.
I had a pretty interesting Thanksgiving just because of a couple situations that happened in the netherworld that is my family Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. And I think we've talked about on this show before how I have a sibling who is
hot,
just very dumb. Like, there's just no other way around it. Is just kind of empty in the brain department. Like, there's really not much going on there.
I'm gonna back Tyler up on this. I swear to everyone listening to Tay, he's not kidding.
I know.
She's one of the dumbest people.
We've talked about it before on and off the show, and I'm usually the one to be like, "Come on, guys, it's not nice to bully," but she's dumb as fuck, dude.
Yeah. She has a pretty empty brain. What was good first is that she was trying to read a Facebook post out loud and just struggled the entire way through it. Like, was like, on this day when we are going, and it's like, holy shit, you don't know how to read? Oh my fucking God, this is perfect. This is perfect for your lore that you don't have any idea how to fucking read.
What's up? My name is Jared. I'm 19 and I never learned how to read.
Oh, she's 26.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a 26-year-old human that doesn't know how to read. And
we're looping back over to the feeling bad about making fun of this bit for me.
No. Commit to it.
Commit to being mean to this very just empty-headed individual. But then after she's kind of going through Facebook and like reading off this post, after she absolutely just biffs that whole fucking thing, like, so, like, you know, when you're sitting in class and someone, like, the teacher calls on someone to read because they've been, like, you know, goofing off or something, and then they're like reading so painfully, and you're just like, honestly, end this torture. You are being cruel right now. That's what it felt like.
As though she got sneak attacked into reading a paragraph from Of Mice and Men.
Yeah, exactly. But she got like she volunteered to read a Facebook post, which
was it a Minions post?
Which is just weird as shit in the first place. But then after that, she approaches like my like 14-year-old niece or something, and she's like, "Is there a Thanksgiving emoji?" And she's like, I don't know." 20 minutes later, goes to like my 30-some-year-old sister-in-law, or stepsister. Sorry. Is there
my real sister?
Is there a Thanksgiving emoji? Do you know if there's like a Thanksgiving emoji? Yeah, I don't really spend time on Facebook. Then like 5 minutes later, she comes up to me and my girlfriend and is like, "Do you guys know if there's like a Thanksgiving emoji?"
Just use a turkey leg.
Why is she so obsessed with the Thanksgiving emoji?
She ended up asking 6 separate people that day if there was a Thanksgiving emoji. If there was a specific emoji related to Thanksgiving. What the fuck was so important about this post that it was like, you know what? A turkey leg? That just won't do.
There's like a fucking full roast turkey you can put in. What's the... What would be different about it?
It's about the craft of the post, Tory.
It would have cranberry sauce and mashed potatoes.
Yeah, like what? This is apparently a very important emoji that needs to be added to our phones. So what I'd like to do is take a second out of this podcast to talk to
second's over. Let's move on.
Tim what's his face? Appleboy. Tim Appleboy.
Yep. Tim Cook.
Tim Cook, Appleboy, and say, "Hey Tim, could you please do me a solid and just maybe like just for our own benefit, so I don't hear this next year, could you just add like a Thanksgiving emoji? Like just do me a real you know what? Add every fucking holiday emoji, anything." Like a pilgrim, a Native American, anything.
I know you're like a multi-billionaire, but please, I'll give you like $10 fucking, dude. Like, come on.
Like, yeah, don't make me sit through this again. My sister had a very important post to make. It was going to get tons of likes, which equals tons of prayers for the cancer kids.
But the thing is, you can't get those fucking likes if you don't have your very important Thanksgiving emoji put in the post. Yeah, everyone's going to see that and be like, they don't actually love Thanksgiving if they didn't use the Thanksgiving emoji.
Yeah, if you don't use an emoji in a Facebook post, it's etiquette at this point. If you don't use one, I think legally required, you can't like it.
Yeah, and in the Emoji Movie 2, they're actually going to have a Thanksgiving emoji that comes. It's a pilgrim, and it comes over to America, and it slaughters all of the indigenous emojis.
Wait, what if because there's no Thanksgiving emoji, Thanksgiving is canceled now? No more Thanksgiving.
Okay. Now the libs are canceling Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You can't pivot bits like that. You can't go from, oh yeah, liberalism is bad, or you can't go from, oh, the Pilgrims murdered people, to liberalism is bad. You can't give us this kind of political
when it involves
whiplash.
My holidays, now that there's a war on Thanksgiving. And I'm getting pissed at how everything in this fucking snowflake society gets canceled every other day. You can tell me what I can and can't like. Bullshit. The other thing that I'd like to talk about with Thanksgiving here is
no!
How many of you need to say grace before Thanksgiving? Do any of your families like do like a short prayer?
My immediate family, yes. My Friendsgiving, no.
My family does it. The place I was this year did not do it. But yes,
okay.
Typically my family at every holiday, my grandpa gets up and says a whole prayer.
Sometimes we sing in my family.
Wow.
Oh God, I'm never gonna go to your family's Thanksgiving Day. Just never ever, because I don't think I could sit and just sweat in that horrible, horrible situation.
Usually, the singing happens at the big family get together after Thanksgiving called the Turkey Bowl. And then
what do they sing? Is it like a religious song or is it like Sweet Caroline? Because that's going to determine if I get down.
If they're not singing bops, if they were singing Watermelon Sugar, I would be fucking into that.
I would be fucking dancing on the table. Like I'd pick up the turkey and dance with that shit if it was Watermelon Sugar.
I'd stuff that turkey.
Oh fuck yeah.
No, we do it at Christmas too. That's the only other time. Oh, and Easter.
Holidays are canceled with Tay's family. Go on.
First of all, you know the "Come Lord Jesus" prayer, like "Come Lord Jesus, be our guest," blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Did y'all know there was a verse 2 to that? I didn't know there was a second verse.
Really? Whoa! Hit me with this good Christian heat right now.
No, I don't even know what it is. It's just like
a beat. Do you need a beat?
No. It was just my family was like saying this prayer, and then they're not like my direct family. They're like my step family, whatever, like the extended family, whatever you want to call it. They're saying grace, and then I'm in it for that first half. Like I'm committed. I want Jesus to bless my fucking meal before I even let it touch my tongue. And I'm like, yeah, fucking come Lord Jesus, be our guest. You are the fucking best. That's how the verse goes. And then all of a sudden I unfold my hands like I'm done.
Oh, you thought that was the first half?
And then, like, I know it's like, be our guest, let these gifts house be blessed, amen.
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, there's a second verse after that.
Okay.
So I unfold my hands, I'm getting ready to, like, sit down and start diving in, and then they're like, and then on this, blah, 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 and blah, blah, and and then me and my stepsister look at each other just, like, wide-eyed, like, I didn't know there was a second verse. Is there a chorus coming up after this? Like,
yo, this is fucking fire.
Yo, this is lit. Damn, the apostles got down.
Amen. Dre, take the verse.
Oh my god. No, like fuck yeah, like Drake walks in and he's like, I've been alone in my room sitting for so long. I knew you wouldn't call, so I got alone with myself and I started and fuck, Drake goes on that beat.
And it has nothing to do with Thanksgiving or Jesus.
No, it's just sad boy shit.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you just hear from the background, it's Britney, bitch.
This is a star-studded song.
And then even further back behind her, you hear 2 Chainz.
Hold on. Then we get 2 Chainz verse. Then after that, back streets back. All right.
And then from the very back of the room, it's very faint. You just hear,
what? We got Michael on this? Is this unreleased or is this new?
He's moonwalking across your fucking table, just knocking shit left and right, but nobody cares because MJ is back, baby. No one cares about his touching the children.
What's that outside after MJ's performance? Oh, there seems to be a rapping at the door.
This is how we solve fighting. All of them.
just violence in general. I would, you know what? Is it too much to ask for Slipknot to jump in on this?
No.
Of course not.
I think that's just the seasoning you need on top of this good meal.
It's half of Slipknot and half of the Insane Clown Posse.
We are not getting Bob Dylan involved in this at any level. Bob Dylan can fuck right off.
Yeah, fuck him.
His voice sucks.
Bob Dylan not invited.
No. He's bad, and we should erase him from musical history because he is terrible.
Dude,
I'm
just
sick
cancel
of seeing
Bob
that
Dylan.
goddamn mural every day. Every fucking day when I go to work, I see that big-ass Bob Dylan mural, and I'm like, he fucking sucks, okay? What's the attachment?
Look, I don't know why he's so famous, but I'm not proud that he's from Minnesota, and I'll just say that. But I do think that this prayer was the prayer for all. It wasn't necessarily a Christian prayer.
And let me tell you this, it was so lit that after the second verse, they started clapping. They clapped after the prayer. Who the fuck does that? That is
I know with your family, Tyler.
That is the whitest shit I have ever seen in my life, is someone clapping after a prayer. Who are they clapping for? Themselves? Jesus? Who the fuck are you clapping for?
Bad news, guys.
Oh, no.
My family claps after the singing.
What?
Oh, boy.
Why clap? What are you celebrating? Who? Okay, but singing, one thing. Prayer? Clapping after a prayer,
that's
like
a lot worse.
yes, we nailed that prayer. Jesus is going to be so fucking proud of us.
Fuck yeah, we all said it so good.
But what's even worse is that I am a goddamn, like, I am just as much a member of society as anyone because it was so uncomfortable with everyone clapping that I joined in and started clapping. Just because it felt like a social norm at that point.
Yeah, that's also on brand for you.
At least you commit to like folding your hands and stuff for the prayer. When my family starts saying a prayer, it's just me and my brother awkwardly looking at each other from across the room, not bowing our heads, not crossing our hands, just looking at each other like, oh God, when will this end?
You should play rock, paper, scissors next time.
That's true.
That's actually pretty fucking lit.
What if this whole time, instead of come Lord Jesus, be our guest, it was come Lord, comma, Jesus?
So Jesus just has really thick wads.
Yeah.
He's shooting ropes.
Jesus. You're telling me that Jay Christ is shooting ropes all over Mary Magdalene
Dude,
or whoever
he's
he
shooting
fucked.
ropes.
Hold on, if we're gonna do, oh god damn it, hold on, let me get a drink.
Oh.
I need a drink if we're gonna get into this. If we're gonna talk about Jesus's cum ropes.
Well, you just keep a fucking bottle right by you.
All I'm saying is that holy water can go in me at any time.
I will be taking communion from now on.
Baptize me, Daddy.
Oh God!
The river. Hold on. The River Jordan wasn't an actual river. It was just Jesus shoots so much fucking cum that it's like a river. It's so powerful.
Okay, can we all agree on one thing? The apostles were gay, right?
Oh, of course.
Okay, so when he did say to them, "Eat my body,"
It was like, it's Britney, bitch, eat my body. Like, kind of like the really good, like, I'm sexy, eat my body, eat my pussy, baby. Like that shit.
Yeah.
And he was getting a little into the kinky side of it too, like drink my blood, and he like pricked his like shoulder or whatever, and everyone's like, okay, Jesus, we get it.
Hold on. Jesus started the AIDS epidemic in the homosexual community?
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
I mean, I will say that maybe Catholicism, Christianity as a whole had a lot to do with it. But I don't know about the claim you're making. It seems pretty baseless, so I love it. It's on brand.
Yep.
You're keeping the brand alive, and I thank you for that. I mean, I'd like to first blame Ronald Reagan, first and foremost. But maybe Jesus as a very close second, Tory. I'm with you. You know that I'm with you, and you know that I love what you're saying. Mm-hmm. It's a very close second. I feel like we should avoid this like the plague. I think it's a very bad.
You think it'd be good that you think that this is a bad...
I think it'd be good to pivot. So glug 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 glug. Welcome to my new segment of the podcast where this is called.
We can't keep adding segments. We
can do whatever we want, baby.
It's international waters. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Glug 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 glug. Welcome to Liquor Store Reviews.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
This is Google reviews that people have left at different liquor stores, and I stumbled upon this beautiful landscape. I found the promised land when I was just trying to look up how late the liquor store near my house was open so I could go buy my delicious plum wine. And it inspired me. It inspired me to share with you fine folk and everyone on the internet what I found. My first and favorite review for the liquor store near my house is open okay? No question mark. Question, is open okay?
Is open okay?
So it's you're suggesting that maybe they're Italian. They kind of put it
or
is
some,
open okay?
Yeah, or some other nationality that has that kind of accent to it, like Middle Eastern, Italian, something of that nature, where it's just like, is open okay?
That was Tay skirting racism.
Oh yeah, that's what we do here on the show. Is just toe that line.
We don't do that. We absolutely don't do that. Don't use that as our fucking tagline, because that's not it.
Baseless claims. We skirt the line of racism.
Nope.
If we change the podcast name to Almost Racist, I feel like it's kind of right there.
Nope. So the question, is open okay? I'm like,
okay?
How could it get any worse than this? Or how could it get any better? The answer, thank you, exclamation point.
Wait, is that from the business?
No, just a Google answer.
Just a Google answer. Sorry, read the whole thing to me again. Read both things to me again so I can digest this.
Question, is open okay? Okay in caps, no question mark. Answer, thank you, exclamation mark.
Wow.
Here's the thing. My brain, just as all human brains do work, wants to try and solve this like a puzzle.
Find the patterns.
But there's nothing. There's just nothing.
This ain't a Jonathan Blow game. You can't find no puzzle in this. It's totally fucking broken.
You're trying to solve a 1,000-piece puzzle with like 6 pieces.
Yeah, well, here's the thing is they are so galaxy brain, they're speaking another like language in English. They're speaking like not just a dialect of English, they're speaking future English.
Like
and
a hyper
we can't
dialect,
understand it. Another great one I found is 5 stars 8 months ago. We buy our beer here.
Yep. That's good.
That's not a review. That's just saying the purpose of the store. That's like leaving a review for fucking Trader Joe's and saying this is where food is. Yeah, it's an option, I guess.
The lettuce here is something I buy.
I just love the fact that they gave it 5 stars too. Like it's so goddamn wholesome. Just like, thanks for the review, Carolina. That was really nice of you to say that you buy your beer here.
Is this like a situation where there's like a title and then like a description of the comment, like a further goes down further, or is it that's all it says? We buy our beer.
Google reviews is just what you see is what you fucking get.
Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ.
That is so fucking funny. That just like incredible. I also think that I have found another time traveler in the review section of this liquor store. Like this liquor store review section is galaxy brain shit. People are miles ahead of us. This review from a year ago says, sad to see it close down. Definitely never closed. Has never closed. Has never been closed. Are they from the future?
Probably.
What happened? What happened there in the Google reviews section? Is this where all the philosophers gather? Like you get your Aristotle, your Socrates, and they all just gather in the Google review section and they like spout their wisdom?
Or is that the best way to give a bad review? Say, so sad it closed down. Then the person who reads that isn't going to try and go there. They won the war.
Oh, yeah. That's smart. That's 4D chess shit.
That's how they're playing them. Dirty. Raw.
I saved the best for last.
Oh,
because
boy.
this one is... This is another galaxy brain level comment. This is the end of our first segment of liquor store reviews. Let us know what you think of it. Let's end with this. Prices are reasonable, but a short Asian cashier made me feel very uncomfortable. Full stop. Full stop.
I adore the lack of context in that. It's what makes that review the best.
And here's the best thing.
It's like a Vine. There's no context. There's just nothing. You can't tell what's going on outside of this.
1 star, too. Like, yeah, the prices are reasonable. 4 stars. But the very short Asian cashier made me very uncomfortable. Down to 1 star.
Oh my god! So my brain is going like, okay, how do I break this down? One, why mention that he was Asian?
You can't decipher it.
Yeah.
because it doesn't. Liquor store reviews are all left by people who are drunk as shit. Like they stumbled in there and they're like, oh, 1 star, short Asian cashier, it's bad, and I hate him.
Are you assuming that he's making this review in front of the guy?
Yeah, and he typed it very well because everything is misspelt. So that also leads me to believe everyone is fucking hammered while they leave these reviews.
He went there when he was sober to get the beer or whatever he got, went home, drank that, then decided, you know what? That Asian man did make me uncomfortable. What does it say? What did he say?
Prices are reasonable, but a short Asian cashier made me feel very uncomfortable.
Okay. So I don't want to bring up race again. Why did he didn't say why he made him uncomfortable. Was it his Asianness?
You know what? I couldn't tell you. You know what? I couldn't tell. Maybe he just had like a very bad experience in Japan one time, or
that's true. That's
maybe
true. Yeah.
he just isn't a fan of
maybe it's
Asia in general.
Maybe it's a elephant and mouse kind of situation where the elephant is afraid of the mouse, but the mouse is just minding its own business.
Yeah, that could be. Could be that he was an extremely large white man.
Maybe he's just got something against like manga and like anime, and he's so racist that he can't separate the two.
Or maybe it's that he did go home, drink the entire bottle of Jack Daniels, and then decided at that moment that he was going to let his true feelings out, and it is that Asian people make him uncomfortable.
No, not just uncomfortable, Tory. Very uncomfortable.
Right? Yeah, it wasn't like a middle of the road ham and egg situation of uncomfortable. This was a deep seated uncomfortability.
Very, very ingrained, learned behavior. Uncomfortable.
Jeez. So that was liquor reviews.
I'm
not sold on the glug 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 intro, so I might workshop that before the next iteration.
Just smash a wine bottle every episode.
Yeah, baby.
No,
Break
that plum wine was expensive.
Get a sugar glass bottle, break it over your head every fucking time.
No, the plum wine is very expensive. I'm not ruining it.
And then after you break the sugar bottle, just be like, "What's up, bitches? It's liquor store reviews." That'll give it that pop that the kids want.
You have to be drunk as shit when you do the bit next time. That's got
okay. Well, see, I'm 2 glasses of wine deep, so I'm feeling a little bit silly. I'm a little bit silly right now, but
I feel naughty.
Mommy's feeling naughty right now. I'm off 2 glasses of wine. It's a
Tyler,
Tuesday.
I never ever want to hear you refer to yourself as mommy ever again.
Well, now this podcast is making me very uncomfortable. So Tay, please get us out.
Well, this has been another episode of Baseless Claims with us, the idiots. Thank you so much for watching and or listening wherever you may be watching or listening to this podcast. You can find us all in the description of wherever you're listening or watching. Go ahead and leave us a rating or review. It really helps boost the show up, gets us into curated lists and everything like that. Follow each one of us on Twitter if you can. Tory posts some really great clips from the podcast on the main account for Shapeless.
And that's at Shapeless Media.
That is correct, Tyler. Is at Shapeless Media. They're just like 1 to 2 minute long clip show-esque videos of the podcast that you can share around with your friends so you don't have to intimidate them with an hour-long podcast.
Get them on board, folks. I just got a new car. I need to pay it off. Please get a lot of people to watch so I can get checks.
And also, so Matthew McConaughey does not kill Tory.
Hey.
Yeah, he's actually requesting. What's that called when people sell their brides in India? Dowry.
That's not what a dowry is.
Pretty sure it's close to that.
Hey, I just want to pull everyone aside here and say that you should subscribe to the podcast so Tory can make a lot of money so he can fly out and visit me in Los Angeles and have our barbecue so we can have some quality bonding time together. I'd really like that, and if not, I will murder him where he stands. Thank you for listening.